A pleasant day to you, Mr. Johnny Bulungaita. My name is once again Lewin Luis F. Simini, a Bachelor of Science in Psychology student under your ethics class. I am from section K2. And today I will be answering another question, and it is there a fixed morality? What is moral in the context of our culture is something we as a civilization decide. What other way is there to account for the tremendous moral diversity found in all past and present cultures? People who um, People who assort to uphold absolute morality are actually only brainwashed. I believe to embrace their opinions as ultimately true by their culture. By their culture. It's absurd to think that your civilization is the one that has finally figured things out, especially given that people from every society in history have probably experienced something similar. We get to decide what we will accept as a society, and nothing is really inherently right or wrong. I find that to be extremely obvious. Absolute morality would would threaten to allow no exceptions or consideration of circumstances, but having to follow a rigid set of rules cut in stone, not suitable for all of given circumstance. The idea of a fixed morality implies that there is only one right way to live, and this is not only unrealistic but also limiting. It is important to recognize and respect that there are different ways to live a moral life and different paths to moral growth and development. Most morals aren't fixed. Typically, they evolve and change through time. Say, for example, premarital sex, same sex relationships, and cannabis use are just a few examples of actions whose morality has been debated over time. The vast majority of people today deem these practices to be appropriate, when the majority of people earlier thought they were bad. Utilizing contraception is viewed or was viewed as sinful in some cultures, faiths, and geographic areas. Contraception minimizes unintended pregnancies, and it also controls population growth and lowers the danger of STDs, according to certain individuals in different regions of the world. Because morality isn't fixed, people can people have the capacity to criticize and re-examine established moral principles and norms. Both societal advancement and personal growth and development may result from this. It enables a more critical analysis of moral principles and values and motivates people to form their own opinions as opposed to unquestioningly adhere to the conventional beliefs passed on to us. Moral absolutism just isn't very practical, I believe. It has no regard for context or individual situations and feelings. Some might even question whether such a complete disregard for human emotion and exceptional circumstances is moral at all. And I, for one, stand firmly on the side of those who argue that there is quite no fixed morality. The reason for this is really simple. Morality is a human construct, and as such, it is naturally subject to change and evolution over time. What was moral in one culture or time period might not have been moral in another. For instance, whereas same sex unions were historically frowned upon, they are now recognized in many countries. This ultimately implies that morality is not a static concept, but rather a dynamic one that changes as society does. This has been Livin Luis F. Simini, and thank you for listening to me. That would be all. Thank you.